All right, welcome back. So, episode 5 is called Slow Pitch Life Lessons. And I'm going to talk a little bit about slow pitch softball and the senior league that I play with and what I'm learning about myself. And it will apply eventually to songwriting, trust me. So, the Grants Pass Relics is a senior team, and I joined this last year for the first time. I just always wanted to play something. Softball, rather, baseball has there's like a mythology to it. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just growing up in this country and stuff. And never have played hardball. I've never faced a pitcher and, you know, done that, but I've always wanted to. And so there was the opportunity last year to get involved with the Relics, which is a senior softball league. And it was a lot of fun. It was hard, but it was new. And so it was a lot of fun. Um, I decided this year to do it again, second season. And what's interesting is that this season was not as much fun because it wasn't all new and exciting. Uh, and it was harder for whatever reason. And so I want to talk about that just a little bit and how that relates to songwriting and stuff. And so here's the thing is that there are people on this team that they have been playing all their lives. And you can tell it's some of them, it's like watching art in motion, the way that they can just jump up and catch a ball and then just drill it to first base is amazing. I truly so much respect for these people, and some of them they get up to bat and it's just like bam, there it goes. Just last week, watching a guy drill it over the fence 2 times, and I just think to myself, my gosh, how good that must feel, to be able to hit it like that or throw it like that, or just somebody just rips a ball down the third base line and our third baseman, she just sticks her glove out and nails it, drills it to first. And so the things I'm learning about this team is that it is a team. It is such a diverse group of people, but they are so encouraging to each other. And anyway, it's really good because I cannot throw for crap, I cannot catch, and I really can't hit. And yet nobody makes me feel like crap when I'm out there. They're so encouraging. But they will give me good advice. There was a fellow last week who, told me, hey, this is how you can work on your throwing. And I didn't. Now I have every good intention of going home and doing what they say or watching these wonderful videos on slow pitch softball and how to hit the dang thing. And I watch them and I have the good intentions, but it just life gets busy and you show up the next week and today I was not throwing well and he asked me, "Did you do what I told you about last week?" And I didn't. And I felt badly because it's like I'm letting my team down in a sense by not trying to improve, because everything I do to improve will make the team better. And I really want to do that. And so sometimes just showing up isn't enough. Now, if you don't show up, obviously, whatever. So showing up is important, but showing up by itself is not enough. And here's where that relates to recording. So yesterday, man, it was amazing to go to Trevor Hank's studio and work on Song for Faye. Man, that guy is so wonderfully encouraging. And just what a neat friend. What a neat guy. Yeah. Um, I always am a little anxious trying to record in the studio, and you can hear that in the preliminary mix, which I will share with you not today, but soon. The song sounds a little fast to me. um, anyway, all that to say, here's the thing is that so I showed up to record and I think it's okay, going back to softball, it's like if I have not done this all my life, I haven't trained, I haven't worked hard. And if I come to a game and think like I am just going to nail this thing and I'm hitting it over the fence, that would be an unreasonable expectation. And yet I think yesterday I went into the studio with the expectation of we are just going to end up with like this amazing version of this song. And when I listened back to it, I didn't bring what was needed to make it amazing. And again, I'm not a performer at all. I'll be the first to tell you guys that. I can't sing, I can't play, not like a performer. Now, I love writing songs and I want to keep doing that. Um, but what I realized, and the same thing with the slow pitch softball team, is that if I don't bring the best quality to the song itself, I'm not giving it the presentation it deserves. And in the past, this is where I've stopped. I've just like, well, I showed up, I tried, and you get the slap down emotionally, my own self, and I quit at that point. I stop. And I'll tell you, the cool thing about this YouTube channel is that I feel like there's more on the line, and I don't want to quit. I don't want to just delete this thing like, wow, I didn't, whatever, I tried, and then, yeah. I don't want to be like that anymore. So I want to work hard to bring the best possible version of any song to you guys and to myself, for me and for my kids and stuff, my wife. But the songs themselves deserve that too. And just in closing, one thing I was most encouraged about is working with Trevor yesterday, and he and I both agreed this is a good song. It has a good message to it. It's a hard song and a sad song. But it's a good song, I think, and I just want to give it, the presentation that it needs. So what I've decided to do is this. Trevor sent me a kind of a preliminary mix, I guess I would call it. And what I'd love to do is to take that and try and put together like a lyric video. I think it'd be really fun to do that. But I think I would also like to eventually recut that song, slow it down a little bit, and just try and figure out like what kind of mix would really bless that song to bless the hearers and stuff. On that, and in closing, is that if you guys are listening to this on your phones, man, I would encourage you somehow to get on something, either a Bluetooth speaker or just something that's going to give you a little bit more oomph. It just sounds so much better. It really does. Phone speakers, computer speakers, they just really don't do it. And, I've got, in fact, I'll show you what I have if I can get it. Hang on. And yeah, so these guys right here, this is kind of like my home rig. And I'm listening to music through these wonderful Behringer monitors. And, I'm able to turn stuff up, and it sounds pretty cool. Anyway, all that to say, I know I've kind of rambled on this one, but bear with me. And I just thank you. Thank you for joining me on this journey again. I have no idea where this is going, and today is just really a ramble-a-thon. So if you listen to this whole thing, God bless you, because it's a lot. Anyway, more music coming. Thank you. Talk to you soon.